Hello, students. Let us begin Chapter 7, Weather, Climate, and Adaptations of Animals to Climate. Do you remember the things that you were asked to pack when you were heading for a hill station? When the sky is cloudy, your parents insist that you carry an umbrella. Have you heard elders in your family discuss the weather before planning a family function? You must have also heard the expert discussing the weather before the start of a game. Have you ever wondered why? The weather may have a profound effect on the game. It has a profound effect on our lives. Many of our daily activities are planned based on the weather predicted for that day. There are daily reports of the weather on the television and radio and in the newspapers. But do you know what this weather really is? In this paragraph, the effect of weather in our daily lives is discussed. For example, when the sky is cloudy, it is expected that it may rain. So, we prefer to carry an umbrella to protect ourselves from the rain. Also, when any family function is to be planned, the weather is always taken into consideration. Since weather affects our lives so much, experts discuss the weather even before starting a cricket match or a game of football. Weather is predicted by experts so that our daily activities can be planned accordingly. It has a profound effect on our life. What is the meaning of profound? Profound means intense or extreme. It also means deep. So, we can say that weather or change in weather has a deep effect on our lives. In this chapter, we will study about the weather and climate. We will also see how different forms of life are adapted to the climate of their habitat. So in this chapter, we will study about weather and climate, and as the name of the chapter suggests, we will discuss about the adaptations of animals to climate, that is, how animals convert or transform according to climate. Firstly, we will be discussing about weather. In figure 7.1, a sample of weather report from a newspaper is given. We find that the daily weather report carries information about the temperature, humidity, and rainfall during the past 24 hours. It also predicts the weather for the day. Humidity, as you might know, is a measure of the moisture in air. Here, we have a sample of a weather report from a newspaper. We are all familiar with the word weather, and we find the daily weather report in newspaper or television. It carries information about rainfall during the past 24 hours, about temperature and humidity. Also, a prediction of weather for the next day is done. So, in a weather forecast, that is, in a weather report, we will be able to know whether it will rain or the following day is going to be sunny. So, we can know about the temperature, rainfall, and humidity. Humidity means moisture in the air. यानी कि हवा में जो नमी है उसे ह्यूमिडिटी कहते हैं. So we can know about all these things in the weather report. The weather reports are prepared by the meteorological department of the government. This department collects data on temperature, wind, etc. and makes the weather prediction. Now, as we know, weather reports give information regarding temperature, humidity, rainfall, etc. So, who prepare these reports? These reports are prepared by meteorological department of the government. They collect data of temperature, wind, etc. and a prediction for the weather in the upcoming days is made. Activity 7.1. Cut out the weather reports of the last week from any newspaper. If you do not get a newspaper at home, borrow from your neighbors or friends and copy these reports in your notebook. You can also collect weather reports from a library. Paste all the cutouts on a white sheet or on a chart paper. Now, record the information from the weather reports collected by you in table 7.1. The first row is just a sample. Fill all the columns according to the data in the chart that you have prepared. So in this activity, you have to collect weather reports from the newspaper from the last weeks and cut out the report on a sheet of paper or a chart paper. Next, in table 7.1, the information collected from the weather report should be recorded. Here we have the weather report for 23rd of August 2006, where the maximum temperature is 36.2 degrees Celsius while the minimum temperature is 27.8 degrees Celsius. The minimum humidity was 54% while the maximum humidity was 82%. Here, rainfall may not be recorded for all the days since it may not rain every day. Here, rainfall predictions may not be found every day. Here, the table shows that the unit of rainfall is in millimeter, that is mm. But how is rainfall measured? Rainfall is measured by an instrument called the rain gauge. It is basically a measuring cylinder with a funnel on top to collect rainwater. So, rainfall is measured using a rain gauge. Rain gauge is a measuring cylinder and it has a funnel on top of it which collects the rainwater. Do all the 7 days have the same maximum and minimum temperatures, humidity and rainfall? The maximum and minimum temperatures recorded may be the same for some of the days. However, all the parameters are not the same on any 2 days. Over a week, there may be considerable variation. The day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at a place with respect to temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind speed, etc. is called the weather at that place. The temperature, humidity and other factors are called the elements of the weather. The weather of a place changes day after day and week after week. Now, it is not necessary that all the days has same minimum and maximum temperature. It can be same for some days, but not all the parameters are same for any 2 days. There may be variation in parameters over a week. From this, we have the definition of weather. The day-to-day condition of the atmosphere at a place with respect to temperature, humidity, rainfall, wind speed, etc. is called weather at that place. The elements of weather include temperature, humidity and other factors. That is why we often say today's weather is too humid or the weather was warm last week. So now we know that weather changes. Weather may not be the same day after day or week after week. So this week may be a bit too humid when compared to the previous week. The weather is such a complex phenomenon that it can vary over very short periods of time. It can happen sometimes that it is sunny in the morning, but suddenly clouds appear from nowhere and it starts raining heavily. Or a heavy rain may vanish in a matter of minutes and give way to bright sunshine. You must have had several such experiences. Try to recall any such experience and share it with your friends. Since weather is such a complex phenomenon, it is not easy to predict. So now we know that weather can change over a very short period of time. Not necessary that weather may be same for an entire day as well. That means weather can be different on the same day. For example, it must have happened sometime that in the morning it is really sunny. That means बहुत अच्छी धूप निकली हुई है and that you may feel that there is no chance of rain. But suddenly it starts raining, and also it might have happened that it might be raining heavily, but all of a sudden rain stops and clouds disappear and the sun may be shining bright. It must have also happened that the sun is shining when it is raining. So weather is a complex phenomenon. We all must have had different experiences, like recently heavy rainfall was witnessed for 2 to 3 days continuously. Because of all this reason, it is not easy to predict, that is to guess such a complex phenomenon. Look at the graph given below, which shows the maximum temperature recorded during 3rd August 2006 to 9 August 2006 at Shillong, Meghalaya. Here we have the graph showing the variation of maximum temperatures during a week of August, that is from 3rd August to 9th August 2006 at Shillong, Meghalaya. On the 3rd of August, the maximum temperature recorded was 26 degrees Celsius, while on the 4th of August, the maximum temperature recorded was 23.5 degrees Celsius, and so on. As it is clear from any weather report, the maximum and minimum temperatures are recorded every day. Do you know how these temperatures are recorded? In chapter 4, you learn that there are special thermometers for this purpose called maximum and minimum thermometers. Can you guess when during the day we have the maximum temperature and when the minimum? Now, from any weather report, we know about the maximum and minimum temperature recorded every day. In chapter 4, we discussed about maximum and minimum thermometer. So these are special thermometer used for recording maximum and minimum temperatures. Now, what do you think? When in the day does the temperature become maximum and when does it become minimum? Here we have the answer. The maximum temperature of the day occurs generally in the afternoon, while the minimum temperature occurs generally in the early morning. Can you now understand why in summers we feel so miserable in the afternoon and comparatively comfortable early in the morning? So, in the afternoon, the temperatures of the day is maximum generally, while in the morning, the minimum temperature can be noted. During summers, we feel extremely hot in the afternoon, but comparatively in the morning, the temperature is cool. यानी कि ज़्यादातर गर्मी जो है वो दोपहर में होती है. उसका मेन रीज़न जो है वो सन है. When the sun shines bright, there is more heat and light in the atmosphere. The following passage describes about this. All changes in the weather are caused by the sun. The sun is a huge sphere of hot gases at a very high temperature. The distance of the sun from us is very large. Even then, the energy sent out by the sun is so huge that it is the source of all heat and light on the earth. So, the sun is the primary source of energy that causes changes in the weather. Energy absorbed and reflected by the Earth's surface, oceans, and the atmosphere play important roles in determining the weather at any place. If you live near the sea, you would have realized that the weather at your place is different from that of a place in a desert or near a mountain. Changes in weather depends on the sun. Changes are caused by the sun. The earth revolves around the sun, which is a huge sphere of hot gases and has a very high temperature. Even though we are at a very far distance from the sun, the energy received by us from the sun is so huge that the sun is the primary source of energy. That means it is a source of energy for all the heat and light on earth. So, Earth's surface, ocean, and atmosphere absorbs and reflects this energy received from the sun, which determines the weather at any place. The weather in the coastal areas is different from the weather at a place in a desert or near a mountain. So, if you have visited these different places, you would know that the air near the coastal region is humid. It has high humidity, while the temperature of a place in a desert is extremely high when compared to the temperature of a place near a mountain, which is comparatively low. What about the times of sunrise and sunset? You know that in winters it becomes dark early and you do not get much time to play. Are the days shorter in winter than in summer? Try to find it out yourself by completing the project given at the end of the chapter. Now we know that during the winters the sun sets early. That means the days are shorter. In winter, on the other hand, during summers the days are longer and the nights are shorter. You can find this out by yourself by completing the project that is provided at the end of the chapter. Note down the time of sunrise and sunset during summers and during winters. Then you will easily come to know that days are shorter in winter than in summer. Let us now discuss the next topic, climate. Meteorologists record the weather every day. The records of the weather have been preserved for the past several decades. These help us to determine the weather pattern at a place. The average weather pattern taken over a long time, say 25 years, is called the climate of the place. If we find that the temperature at a place is high most of the time, then we say that the climate of that place is hot. And if there is also heavy rainfall on most of the days in the same place, then we say that the climate of that region is hot and wet. Meteorologists are experts in weather forecasting, the record of weather every day. These records are preserved for several decades. That means they help us to determine the pattern in weather at a specific place. This is used for determining the climate of a place. The climate of a place is the average weather pattern taken over for at least 25 years. If the temperature of a place is mostly high, then it can be said that the climate of that place is hot. On the other hand, if the temperature of the same place witnesses heavy rainfall on most of the days, then the climate of that place is hot and wet. In table 7.2 and 7.3, we have given the climatic conditions at two places in India. The mean temperature for a given month is found in two steps. First, we find the average of the temperatures recorded during the month. Second, we calculate the average of such average temperatures over many years. That gives the mean temperature. The two places are Srinagar in Jammu and Kashmir and Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala. Here, the climatic conditions of two places in India are given in table 7.2 and in table 7.3. In table 7.2, we have information about the climate in Srinagar, which is in Jammu and Kashmir, and in table 7.3, we have information about the climate of Thiruvananthapuram, which is a state in Kerala. Using two steps, we can find the mean temperature, that is the average temperature for any month. First of all, we have to find the average temperatures recorded during the month, that is every day. हर एक दिन वो month में जो temperatures record हुए हैं उनका average find करना है, and then we will calculate the average temperature over many years. Then we can find the average mean temperature. So here a comparison can be made between the climate of Srinagar and Thiruvananthapuram. That is, the daily minimum temperature for the month of January in Srinagar is 2.3 degrees Celsius, while the same in Kerala, the Thiruvananthapuram, is 22.2 degrees Celsius. Similarly, during the month of April, the daily minimum temperature recorded was 7.7 in Jammu and Kashmir. On the other hand, in Kerala, the temperature was 24.9 degrees Celsius. Considering the month of December, the temperature was as less as minus 1.6 degrees Celsius in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, while in Kerala, the temperature was 22.6. Similarly, here we can observe that in the month of December, the daily maximum temperature was 8.2 in Jammu and Kashmir, while the maximum temperature was 31 in the state of Kerala. So in this way, we can compare the temperatures of two states. By looking at table 7.2 and 7.3, we can easily see the difference in the climate of Jammu and Kashmir and Kerala. We can see that Kerala is very hot and wet in comparison to Jammu and Kashmir, which has a moderately hot and wet climate for a part of the year. Similar data for the western region of India, for example, Rajasthan, will show that the temperature is high during most part of the year, but during winter, which lasts only for a few months, the temperature is quite low. This region receives very little rainfall. This is the typical desert climate. It is hot and dry. The northeastern India receives rainfall for a major part of the year. Therefore, we can say that the climate of the northeast is wet. So, as I told you, we can see the difference in climate of both the states, Jammu and Kashmir and Kerala, from the given tables. In comparison to Jammu and Kashmir, Kerala is very hot and wet, while Jammu and Kashmir has moderately hot and wet climate for a part of the year. Similar comparison can be made for other regions of India. For example, the climate of Rajasthan, the temperature is high during most part of the year, but during winters the temperature is very low. Also, Rajasthan receives very little rainfall, so this region has a typical desert climate. That is, the climate of Rajasthan is hot and dry. On the other hand, the northeastern parts of India, in the northeastern parts of India, it rains most of the year, that is, for a major part of the year. So, the climate of the northeast of India is wet.